Good morning. We thought we would do a little video and show you our pretty large selection of widebacks. When people come in, they've finished their quilts. We really want to have a large variety to go with any style that your quilt might be, any color. And so we thought we'd do a really quick video to show you all the different widebacks we have and show you some of the new ones that came in. And so we're going to start here. This is where our widebacks start. I'm over on we call it the east cut table, so the one farthest from the mountain. And they start here and they go all the way underneath this cut table, so you can kind of see the differences that we have that are right there. Some are bright, some are neutral, different styles that we have. And then we're going to show you some of the newer ones, some of our favorites that we pulled out. So I wanted to kind of show you these two we just got from Wyndham. So they are kind of brand new. So we went something modern, fun, lots of different colors. And then we went one that was a little darker but has the florals on that. So these are both two of our newest widebacks that we got in. And then going along with trying to keep with lots of different styles, different colors and things that we could go with our widebacks, we do try to keep some what we call low volume. So they're not solid, but they're neutral in color and maybe just have a couple little designs on them. So this one from Art Gallery is also pretty new, but it has a little geometric shape on it, so it could go modern, it could go traditional. And then this one certainly is more traditional. It just has the florals and the leaves, but very neutral, kind of low volume. Could then of course go with anything. So we try to keep some neutrals and some low volumes. I absolutely love these. We have these in a couple different colors. This is an ombre, so you can see just by how it's folded here that it starts pink, it goes into the orange and the yellow, and then continues and changes colors as you go. I believe this one, these are from Northcott. I think that it goes the reds and pinks to the orange to the yellow, back to the reds and pinks, and then back to yellow. And so it actually ombres a couple of times. And when you get back to the other selvage, it is back to the same. So I think it is an ombre throughout that wide back. It could give the back of your quilt kind of a little surprise for whoever is going to be the person using that quilt. So we also try to keep some holiday wide backs for you, and so just wanted to show you a couple. We do have more than this, but we've got for Halloween, we've got the spider web. I believe we also have this in orange with the spider web, so depending on what kind of feel you want that Halloween quilt to have is whether you'd go black or orange. We've got some patriotic, so this one has the red with the stars. At one time we had one with flags, so we might still have that. I know we have some that are navy blue and cream that has a star on it, that certainly could go patriotic. So we try to keep some holiday. We had some Christmas. I'm not sure if we still do right now, but we try to keep some holiday ones to go with those holiday quilts that you're making. I'll tell you, we get a lot of requests for 108-inch flannel backings, and they are hard to come by. I don't find them very often. I don't see a lot of them. So we do have a few. This is one of them that is gray but has that like wood grain texture to it. So we do have a few flannel wide backs. But we don't have a ton. It's just that they are hard to come by. But when I see them and I think the pattern is good on them, I will get them. We do carry some batik Widebacks, so here is one of those. Let me hold that up a little bit so you can see. You know, batiks are fun. They can go with, you know, whether your front of your quilt is batik or not. A lot of our batik Widebacks have a wide range of color in them, so they could go with lots of things. So here is the batik one. We also have, this isn't brand new, but fairly recent, that we got some botanical Widebacks in. So I believe we have this in a couple different colors, but this one, so pretty with the green and the blue. Then there's a little bit of cream in it. So again, this could either go modern, it could go traditional, depending on what your quilt top looks like. And then this one we pulled out because we still have some of our Wideback from last year's Shop Hop. So the theme last year was a season for everyone, but we really wanted to have something that was Colorado specific. And so I love this. This Wideback has postcards that are all Colorado written. The addresses and everything are Colorado. There's old newspaper print, and there's an old map that is Colorado. So, you know, wouldn't have to be a Colorado quilt that this went on to, but I love this. It also leans kind of low volume because it is still neutral, but lots of fun and lots of little things that you can read, because you can actually read what is written on the postcards. So that is that one. And LQ is going to pan around because it's not just right here underneath this cut table. It also works its way around, so you can see the huge variety that we have. Lots of colors, lots of different styles. I might stop you right there and show this other art gallery one that we just got in. Again, so much fun. Could go either way, traditional, it could go modern, just the way that the print is drawn on there. I just love it. Some more of the botanicals that we had talked about. And then I will mention that a lot of the Widebacks coming from Moda these days, where these gingham are Moda. This one here on the end is from Sister Bay. You just have to feel them. They are 100% cotton, but they're super silky and they're so smooth and soft. And some of the thatch now that is coming from Moda also has that, it's like almost like a sateen. It's just really soft. Tula Pink's packings are kind of that same gray goods where they're really super soft. So you gotta, you know, we're very tactile. You gotta feel it and touch it, and I just think they're wonderful. So our Widebacks kind of come around this corner, and then we've grouped our neutrals, the black, the gray, the black and white, some other low volumes. We've kind of put those all together so that if that is the colorway that you're looking for, we thought let's put them all in one spot so that you can easily find them from dark to light. We've got those back here behind this cut table. And one other thing I wanted to mention is if you have not bought a Wideback from us, we do not rip on any of our fabric when you buy fabric off our regular bolts. However, we do rip our Widebacks, and so I kind of wanted to talk a little bit about that and why we do that. So when fabric, any fabric, is wrapped on the bolt, It gets folded, and then this big machine, wraps it on that cardboard bolt. And so even on our regular fabric, it kind of gets a little bit off of the straight of grain, which is why when you buy fabric and before you start to cut into it, you sometimes have to sort of straighten it and then, sort of cut a little slim piece off the front, and then you can start cutting your strips or whatever you're cutting off of that. And so it's very little. Widebacks have multiple folds in them, and so if you imagine 108 inches, it's folded in half, then it's folded in half again, and then this big machine rolls it on the bolt. And so there tends to be a lot more skew in the fabric when it gets rolled onto that bolt. And so by ripping, if you've ever noticed, we usually go a couple inches over what you've asked for. You've asked for 2 yards. You'll notice that whoever's cutting it for you is probably going, 2, 3, 4 inches past the 2 yards, and then putting a little snip and ripping. And we're just trying to help you straighten up that wide back, but still have enough so that it's not actually on the bias when it gets quilted, and you'll have some stretch in that backing. So I know it feels like we're hurting the fabric when we tear it, but we're actually trying to help you keep this wide fabric on the straight of grain so that you don't have any of that stretch in it. And also people ask all the time, well, why would I want a wide back? Well, if you've got a large quilt, you know that if you buy regular fabric, you're having to buy 8, 9, 10 yards, cut it into pieces, and then sew those pieces together in order to be able to fit to be the backing. So this just takes those steps out. So whenever you can find a wide back that will go with your quilt that you love, this is the way to go. You don't have to, all you have to do is buy it, iron it, and it's all set to go, and you don't have to piece anything. So hopefully that gives you a little bit of an update on our wide backs and the wide range that we have. In our store, we try to have something for everybody, regardless of what your personal preference, what your style, what colors you love. And we're trying to do the same thing with our wide backs. We're trying to get a large variety, so no matter what kind of backing you're looking for, you can hopefully find it with us. So come see us soon.